Hello and welcome to the 10th race of the Port Moresby Moni Plus Go-Kart Championship. We have 2 more rounds to go and Christian of Mountain Dew on track sits comfortably on the 2022 tracker. The rest of the field, especially the top 6, all are now vying for 2nd and 3rd placing. Race 10 is sponsored by Heineken.
Alright, so Heineken 00 is on board for the go-kart because we're all about promoting safe driving. So when you drive, never drink. That's what we want to promote here with Heineken 00, and especially because it's 0 alcohol percentages. It's a 0 alcohol beer. Yeah, so you can have Heineken 0 on any occasion. You can have it at lunch, you can have it in the office. It's completely 0 alcohol, so we encourage it. I love Heineken 00. There's no alcohol percentages in at all. Yeah, absolutely. Non-drinkers. If you just want to be part of the social group and you don't want to consume any alcohol whatsoever, I encourage a Heineken 00 because that beer is the perfect choice for such an occasion. Yeah. Yep, don't drink and drive. We encourage, we're strong behind this campaign. If you're driving, never drink at all.
With the field wide open for 2nd and 3rd placing, the top 5 drivers are quite apprehensive going into the back end of the season, while the bottom dwellers are just happy to compete.
Yeah, I thought maybe I was more aiming for, but 4th or 5th. You got CALLAN, you got CALLAN, Leon. Those boys are all quick as well.
Oh, no, I don't think so. No, lost my mojo. But yeah, I don't have the same thing as I had. Hunger. I think these guys are all hungry to fucking get it. Oh, sorry, to get on the podium, right? And all that. No, I don't have that. I've been there, done that. So I'll be happy if I'm on the top 5, but even that's a stretch, to be honest.
I've missed out quite a lot of races this season, and I think I'm just racing for fun right now.
Only getting better and better with each race. We're trying a few different things with the kart, making a few changes. Some, you know, you might not do so well, but you learn from it. You make some other changes and try and improve on it and get a bit more racing time. But we're getting there, and we're improving. So towards the end of this season, I think it's a good lead up to the next season. I think we'll be very competitive.
It's getting better, but roughly after a little bit of a training lap, I kind of had a sharp pain again a bit, but it's fine. I think it will just wear off as I'm going towards the race. Hopefully not. But yeah, but it's good to be back. Okay. So,
yeah, I'd love to. We'll see how the next few races pan out. The new format with the qualifying's, I think, something that we're all enjoying and getting out there, and we're watching it now as we discuss it. 3 races, I think we know who our winner of the season is going to be, irrespective of what the outcomes are. But yeah, definitely if I can work my way up through the middle of the pack and maybe be the best of the rest, that'd be something we can try and tick off. But yeah.
Sponsorship was something that you actually struggled this year, mate. What's your word to potential sponsors out there?
Look, we're getting good coverage on TV. It's a great place to come and bring the family for an afternoon. You know, what have you got to lose? I'll do the driving, no risk there. And hopefully with some sponsorship we can get ahead of the pack and be the best of the best.
Corey was away the last race.
I was away. I was in Australia for the last race, unfortunately, and that's knocked me further and further down the ladder, but I'm not really worried anymore. I'm just enjoying the race. I'm enjoying getting out there and having a bit of fun.
Race 10 also sees some old faces and some fresh ones.
I'm not wearing a digital shirt. Yeah, so I haven't been out on the race course much, but looking forward to today's first race and hopefully just surviving. So see if I can get to the end of the race. Qualifying didn't go too well because we broke a chain, but that's being fixed now and we'll get out there and see how we go today's racing. Looking forward to it.
So this is the first time in a kart, or have you driven a kart before?
First time.
First time. So who convinced you to come and commit suicide?
I watch a lot of Formula 1, so I thought I'd give it a try.
Okay. Yeah. Again, Christian of Mountain Dew on track qualifies first with a time of 34.82 seconds, taking pole position, while Theo of Borco Motors taking up P2 with a time of 35.18 seconds, and CALLAN BLUNDELL of Pacific Energy Consultancy grabs P3 with a time of 35.33 seconds. Leon NGUYEN of Track Pro strangely finds himself coming 6th in the qualifiers.
I've been playing around the settings on the karts today, so I was about a second, 1.5 off the pace. So I changed the settings back to the way it was, and hopefully I'm alright for the race and the rest of the day.
And we're off.
And they are off.
Oh!
Big slide from Sergey there into the Digicel card of Colin Stone, the CEO. Maybe a bit of a Constantina effect there, where Sergey was pushed wide by someone that was cutting in on him on the inside there of turn 1. So, as they say, 3 doesn't go into 2. But yeah, just a lack of space there.
Well, Chris is ahead of Teal.
So running order currently is Chris, Theo, Callan, Corey, and then the rest of the field. But Colin in the Digicel cart coming a bit, well, languishing at the back of the field due to that early incident between him and Sergey from Track Pro Racing.
Looks like Sergey is out of the race.
I believe, yeah, there he is. Just stationary cart in the no man's land. So must have busted a sprocket or his chain in that first corner incident between him and Colin.
Ooh, cones flying. From 4.
Yeah.
Steve BROWITT.
Steve pushing very hard, like always. Not able to get temperature into his tyres early on, so his driving style is very aggressive. So in the early stages, while his tyres are cold, the grip isn't activated, so that's why he tends to slide a bit more on these opening laps. But once he gets a bit of tyre heat into his tyres, yeah, he's able to stick his driving style a lot better. Still a bit squirmy coming around the final corner there from Steve.
Spoke to him earlier on. He's actually quite happy where he is at the moment. He's actually primed and he's getting ready for next season.
Oh yeah, he did get his cart late. Well, I think he received his cart in the middle of this season, so he wasn't able to quite join the rest of his guys. Like when it comes to racing, you do need that race fitness, and nothing can replicate it, no matter how hard you work in the gym and stuff, until you're in the car. So he is lacking a bit of race fitness there, but and he pulled out. Pulled in the pit lane. Maybe he's got a cone stuck under his chassis.
Actually, he got a cone stuck in his one of his wheels here.
So pulling off just to try and remove the cone, and then get back onto the racetrack. So Chris going on the outside of the cone there, and then Theo going on the inside. So very different lines. See the guys, they do have to take avoiding action with the cones there. And I believe that was Sergeant Polyap, national driver for on-track racing.
Cut 28.
Yeah, first time back in about a month. He's had sore ribs, so good to see him back in the car.
I spoke to him earlier on. His ribs are still sore after a month.
Yeah, well, I don't know what to say there, but some people just get really sore from this sport. Corey managed able to take P3 away from Callan there, but the rest of the field coming in as they should.
The reverse grid?
Yep. Gives the guys at the back of Heat 2 a chance to race at the front. Gives the guys a chance from Heat 1 that were racing at the back to race at the front in Heat 2. But as we see the Digicel cart there, I believe they were sharing the cart between 3 different drivers. So
yes, so the
driver in there now for the Digicel card hasn't quite raced before, so that's why the race marshal decided to stick him at the back so he doesn't interfere with the rest of the field.
Yeah, that's Clint. Clint works for Digicel. I spoke to him earlier on and he said this is his first time in a kart. He's watched a lot of Formula 1, but this is his first time in a kart.
Okay. Well, good to see him out there racing, and hopefully we can grow the sport by encouraging people to come and try and, you know, get more participants in the field later on.
And Clint is from Fiji, mind you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we have a Fijian in the field. Oh.
Starter asking for one more formation lap because the guys are too spread out. So it's good to see Fiji's first go-kart racer in PNG.
Yep. I asked him, so who asked you to come along and commit suicide? He blamed Charlie for this.
I believe Charlie is another Digicel representative, so he'll be racing in the final race.
Yes.
So it's good that they get to share the experience with their fellow colleagues from Digicel, Charlie and Colin.
Yep.
And hopefully entice these guys to participate more often, because we'd like to see the Digicel kart in the coverage.
Trent Scott on P2.
And there we go, green flag. Oh, Bobby sneaking a look on the in between the two leaders there at the start.
Prosanjit was actually coming through right in the middle.
He saw that gap and he said, "Oh, I'm going to take it." Theo very
and look at Prosanjit, he's in front.
That's it. Able to secure the pole. Well, no, P1 there.
He was actually, I think, P4.
Yeah, he started on the second row, so either P3 or P4, but spin
spun
there
out
by Leon. Not quite sure what happened there, but again, in between the heats, the tyres do cool down, so you have to proceed with caution on the first 2 or 3 laps while you generate heat into your tyres.
Oh man!
But Leon making his way back through the field.
I mean, he's currently running second. This will be really playing in his mind at the moment, because Chris is now
Trent with a very weird line into that hairpin there, kind of hugging the inside before he turns. Yeah, you don't see that line quite too often through that hairpin there. But Steve BROWITT also knocking out more cones, so fits his MO there.
Kind of like feel sorry for Cat 666. I mean, this is not his day.
Look, in racing, that's what happens. I mean, sometimes it is your day and you're gung-ho from the start and you're able to put in so many fast laps, but then you get the polar opposite as well, where it's not your day, nothing's working for you, and someone pulling off in the back there. I believe that's Ray Sokan. Maybe a bit of kart damage. But great battle in this mid pack here.
Yeah.
All vying for that
second
P2 position.
Oh, Theo's coming with the back there.
Theo catching up to everyone slowly, so it should make it a 6-way battle. But it's good to see this kind of action because, leading at the front by yourself is great, but then, like the chasing pack behind him, they have to find a way around Steve to, if they eventually pass Steve, then they can catch up to Prosanjit at the front.
Blue flag on Digicel.
So we see Corey getting wide there from the onboard.
Whoa!
Steve sliding out there. I'm not quite sure what happened. Maybe he got love tapped from the back there. But he's still able to maintain his position. Yep, so Steve, Callan, Dan Gagan, and then Corey. Dan Gagan overtaking Callan there. Good move by him. White flag for final lap. One last chance for these boys to get around Steve. But Chris Chan not able to get up to, have a overtaking overlap from to Corey there. So everyone's trying very hard to pass one another, but late move by Theo there. Puts his hand up to apologise. Maybe had a bit of a touch.
So he did overtake Chris.
Yeah. Good racing by everyone. Bit of a contentious move there by Theo, but not able to see what happened further. But good heat win by Presenjet, followed by Steve and Dan Gagan in third place.
So hit 3, 15 laps.
Yep.
Chris.
Double the points.
Yep.
This is where the championship contenders, they get to score the biggest amount of points. So it is on-track kart there, not able to start. It's a bit of a straggler. And we're off. Callan with a sneaky look there, cutting off President into the first corner, coming across. But, bit of a spin there. Dan, I believe Presenjet was held up by Dan there.
Trent.
Dan, maybe not Constantina effect into the first corner. So Presenjet, Trent and Leon all coming together there, but able to resolve the situation and resume green flag racing. So no damage cards, hopefully. So that's the good news from that. But it has allowed Chris Chan to streak away from the rest of the field. Followed closely by Theo and Callan. But as we see the leaders in this wide shot, they're lapping pretty quick. They might be able to catch that back runner who's just on the main straight within 2 laps. Judging on the pace that they're driving at the moment. A good lap there from Theo there, that was 35.1.3, so effectively his best lap at this point in time.
Oh, second and third fighting for position.
Yeah, great battle. But Theo's 35.1 there, probably not fast, well, not matching the pace of the leader, Chris Chan, who I believe was doing 34, the high 34s. 34.8s, I believe he was doing. So 3/10 is massive around this track. But it seems to me as if Theo's able to close the gap in turn 1 and turn 2, so he's got a better line, maybe able to carry more speed into the first chicane there. But then Chris pulls away from him in sector 3 of the track. So Chris has a better overall balance around the track than Theo does. But every driver has their strengths and weaknesses around the track. And sometimes you're able to close the gap in sector 1, but then the driver you're chasing has a better sector 2 and opens that gap back up. But as the guys come around to lap the back marker there, Trent pulling to the side, showing the blue flag, so he has to get out of the way because he doesn't want to impede the race leaders.
Again, blue flag.
Yep. So Trent, yeah, not quite feeling it in the final race of the day. I think he slapped on a brand new, not a brand new set, but maybe a lightly used set of tyres. And he said, yeah, he just wasn't feeling it on the day. So again, to raise a point, with Leon, it's like, if it's not your day, it's not your day. But as we see Chris coming up to Sergey. And another lap runner. I think that was Surgeon Polyap from on track.
Sergey blue flag.
Oh,
shit.
Chris saying Chris saying, "What the hell are you doing, man? Why are you pulling onto the racing line?" Nearly avoiding a collision there. So Chris with the you know the know-how to avoid a nasty accident there.
That would have been a very nasty accident.
Especially if you're in the race lead, the last thing you want to do is have an accident because you're on for the win. But that's been addressed and back to normal racing. 35.2 by Theo. Ooh. He's consistent, but maybe not able to push the pace that guaranteed his fastest lap of 34.6. If he was able to push that 34.6 every lap, I reckon he'd be on the back of Chris right now. But Callan also right behind. Oh, what happened to Corey? Ray Sokan's been able to pass Corey Van Jenner in there. Maybe Corey had a bit of an incident. But as we see these guys ticking away the laps, just yeah, trying to find ways to catch up to their guys in front of them and hopefully put on one last passing move. So Callan is in the best position right now to gain a position. Looks like everyone else is settled into the final lap of the race. And possibly no overtaking for the rest of the race, unless they're able to put on a massive, they're able to close the gaps massively, or there's incidents to the car in front of them. As we come around for the white flag, Callan is very close. He is. I'm sure that if he's able to have a good first turn chicane, that he'd be able to push and have a late dive bomb onto Theo.
Ray would have been happy with his race from just overtaking Corey.
Who was that, sorry?
Ray Sokan.
Oh.
From 5th to 4th.
5th to 4th?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, good for Ray, good for his sponsors, but as we see the checkered flag, Chris coming across the line first, Theo in second, Callan in third, Ray in fourth, and Corey in fifth. Is there anyone who can catch up to this guy? I'm not quite sure.
Callan Blundell of Pacific Energy Consultancy gets third on the podium again. Theo Casimir of Boroko Motors back in the winner's circle gets second. And Christian of Mountain Dew on track gets first on the podium.
Look, to be honest, I'm never comfortable like that. It's just, we just do one race at a time and focus on each race, because if we do that, then hopefully the results will look after itself. But
I'm very happy about second. I was obviously pushing for first, but with Callan flat on my back end, defending takes a bit of time when you defend. But happy with the end result, end of the day.
Yes, I was pushing hard for second. I've given Theo a bit of a love tap once or twice, and then I thought, I'll just sit behind him because I don't want to lose my place. But I had to keep pushing him because Ray was very close to me. I could feel the presence. But no, I had a good day. Happy with what I placed.
The Moni Plus Sport Moresby Kart Championship 2022 Championship tracker standing after round 10 sees Christian of Mountain Dew on track, kart 2833 with 347 points. Callan Blundell of Pacific Energy Consultancy, kart 69 with 244 points. NGUYEN of Strike Pro, kart 666 going down to third with 236 points. Theo Casimir of Boroko Motors, kart 333 maintains fourth position with 219 points. Corey Van Ganderen of Pacific Energy Consultancy, kart 72 on fifth with 201 points. And Ronaldo Soken of Pit Stop Racing, kart 12, maintains his sixth position with 183 points. Until next time, happy racing!